What's up, YouTube? This is DBZ439 bringing you a top tier deck known as Yang Zings. I really like this deck a lot. One being that it's really fun. You can do a lot of combos and stuff, and it's really anti-meta-ish at the same time. So, as a mix of a lot of good stuff. So, without any further ado, let's get on to the deck. First we run 3 Geo2. He's your combo engine of this deck. So just a generic effect before I go on to any of the Yang Zing stuff. Whenever a Yang Zing monster is destroyed by battle card effect, they get to special summon another Yang Zing monster from your deck. So it's really a floaty deck, and not only that, based off their attack and defense. So for example, Geota has 0 attack, you'd special summon a Yang Zing monster in attack position. And so if there's a Yang Zing monster that has 0 defense, you get to special summon a Yang Zing monster in defense position. So that's a useful way to remember what to special summon and what position for Yang Zing monsters. So going on with Geodu's effect, if you control no other Yang Zing monster or any other monsters, you could pitch any 2 Yang Zing cards, so including your spells and traps, and special summon any 2 Yang Zing monsters from your deck in any position. So he can essentially make anything you want from your extra deck, so that's really good if you could pull off the combo. And sets up great for Path, so that's good. And on to the next monster we have Double Chaiwen. I know that some people run 3, but I feel like 2 is good enough because 3 could get cloggy. He's an exception when it comes to special summoning from the deck because he has both 0 attack and defense, so you can special summon any Yang Zing monster in whatever position. And also when he's in the grave, when the Yang Zing monster gets destroyed by battle card effect, you get to special summon from the grave, and whenever he leaves the field, he gets banished instead. So he can help make extend your combos and whatnot. So he's pretty good. And then you have Triple Bixie. He has big defense, 2-star, and whenever you sync with him, the synchro monster is unaffected by traps. So any trap-heavy deck like BAs and Tellers, it's really good against. And also, just for a generic effect for the non-tuner Yang Zing monsters, during your opponent's turn, you can sync during any time. So that comes in handy. So if you need to bomb the field with Black Rose and whatnot, I mean, it could come in handy. So yeah. That's it for Bixie, and now to Buy-in. He's your level 3 non-tuner. When he's synced with and when he's used for a synchro summon, the synchro summon monster can't be destroyed in battle, so that's really good. And he's pretty big, 1600 attack. It's not bad. Next you have Double Swanee. I know a lot of people run 3 of him, but I really don't have enough space to run a 3rd. And since you recycle a lot with Path or whatnot, I think 2's fine. But when he's used for synchro summoning, the synchro summon monster gains 500 attack and defense. So you can get pretty big, and he's 1900 attack, so that's pretty good. And then you only run 1 Palau. When he's used for the synchro summoning, the synchro summon monster is unaffected by spells. So I mean, like against like cards like Book of Moon, Dark Hole, Regeki, or whatnot, that's pretty good. But other than that, you use it really for the 1-star and the extra Yang Zing monsters. So, and then you run 1 Tao Tao. I believe that's how you say his name, or Tao Tai. His effect is kind of okay. When the synchro summoning monster cannot switch to the other side of the field, so like 1-on-1 or whatnot. So, but the main thing is he's level 5. He's dark and he has 2200 attack. So I mean, like special summoning a big beater at will is actually just a really good. It's just really good. And then last for the Yang Zing monster, you have one of the new monsters from the Cross Soul set, Zephyranu, I believe that's how you say his name. He doesn't have the generic effect of special summoning a monster after he's destroyed. Instead, when he is destroyed by battle or card effect, you get to add a Yang Zing spell or trap, so like Creation or Path, and that's really good. And also, he's 6 stars, and he has big defense, so if you need for defensive purposes and whatnot. And I don't use the pendulum scale at all with this card, so yeah. And then next for your non-Yang Zing monster, you have 2 Veilers. I made my deck really anti-meta-ish, so I feel like 2 Veilers is really good. Also, it's a tuner. Yeah. And also for like Yang creation, he's really good because when you have cards like Skill Drain on board, he's kind of useless. So you can use him as either a tuner, which no one does, or if he's destroyed a battle, you can use it off of creation effects. So that's pretty cool. And then last of your monsters, you have one BLS. I don't see anyone run BLS in this deck. I don't know why. You have a ton of lights, especially with the Veilers, Chaiwins, and then you have a lot of darks like Johto. I just feel like BLS is just like one of the best tech cards in the game. Better yet, one of the best cards in the game. Onto the spells. I believe that's like around 18 monsters. You have triple path. You have to run triple. I see some people run double. I just think that is not standard. This is absolutely standard because you need to recycle your Zing monsters, and the fact that you get to draw 2 cards is really essential to the deck. Next, you have two super pod dualities. You don't really special summon in your turn besides the synchro summoning, but like you usually special summon during your opponent's turn, which is really cool. And if you have a big monster on the board with the synchro summon monster, and pod duality just really good in this deck. Next, I have double MST. I don't know. People may disagree on this. I'm still playtesting. I was thinking of putting another Dark Hole and a Needle Ceiling in here, but I don't know. I just really like MST. There's just a lot of back row these days, so I just want to get rid of that. And then people are gonna give me hate for this, but I only run one Dark Hole. I really want to find another spot to run a second one, but for now I just have one. It works fine. And then for your generic spells, you have Regeki, Soul Charge, and Mind Control, which is so good in this deck. Absolutely love Mind Control. The Soul Charge to make any synchro monster at will, then Regeki, obviously, for obvious reasons. I believe that's 11 spells. And now to the traps. We have 3 Yang creation. I don't know why I see people run 2, but this card is absolutely vital to this deck. You can make so many combos with this card. It's not even funny. So this card you have to run 3 of. It's just like any monster. So like I was talking about the Veiler. When they die by battle or card effect, you can special summon a Yang monster. Or when you attack with your own Yang monster and it gets destroyed, then you can special summon even more. So that's really cool. I made double mistake. I know it's not good against some decks like Shadalls and BAs, but I mean it hurts a lot of decks, especially Necroz. But yeah, you don't really add cards besides Pod Duality, so mistake's pretty good. And then the new Yang monster. Then you have double breakthrough. I didn't put Phoenix Chain. I feel like breakthrough is a lot better in this deck because you kind of want your monsters to be destroyed. So that's why I run the double breakthrough. I know some people run lose one turn. It kind of slows you down, and it's a really expensive card, so I feel like this is a better substitute, I guess you could say. And then you have one skill drain. Absolutely beautiful in this deck. Because when you sync with Bixie, like you're unaffected by the skill drain, so that comes in handy. And it just hurts so many decks these days, it's not even funny. And then for your staple traps, you have Torrential, Vanities, and Warning. Torrential's really awesome in this deck because once you destroy your own monsters, you can just even do more plays. So that's cool. That's 11 traps, 40 card deck, and onto the side deck real quick. You run double Maxi, Vanity's Fiend, the other Dark Hole I was talking about, and then you have the Mirror Force, Iron Imperial Wall. I wish I had one more of this, but it's really good in the deck. The Chain Disappearance, Trap Tricks, Needle Ceiling, absolutely beautiful because if you have a lot of face-up Yang monsters inside the field, you can activate this card, destroy all your monsters, and attack again with a new set of monsters. So that's really good. Then you got the 2 mirrors right here, then double Fairy Wind, and then double Surging Dirge. So that's it for the side. Onto the extra deck. For your 11, you have Star Eater, and then you have Leo. For your 10, onto your 9s, you have Trishula. I'm so glad he's back. He's just a really cool card. And giving him like the new abilities of like unaffected by traps or giving him power boost, it just makes him even more dangerous. And then for your other 9 is Chao Fei. Now this card is really, really good in today's meta. He's really easy to make level 9. He can shut down so many decks, like especially Necroz, whatever, because whatever synchro summon materials used for him for the synchro summoning, your opponent cannot use any of those monster effects. So for example, if I use Bixie to synchro summon with him, and you're playing against Necroz, none of your opponent's Necroz players can activate their effects. So. And then like BAs, if you use a dark monster, they can't use any of their dark effects. So it's really good. When he's destroyed by a card effect, he gets an added tuner from your deck to your hand. And also, if he destroys a monster, that monster's attribute that was destroyed, you can special summon that same attribute from your deck to the field. So really powerful card. Then onto your eights, you have one Beals, um, and then one Baxia. I couldn't find space to run the second, and even then, like I've never gone into a second one, but he's really good because the amount of synchro summoning materials you use for him, you get to spin that many cards on your opposed side of the field to the deck, and then you can destroy one card you control to special summon another level 4 or less Yang Zing monster from your graveyard. Really good because he could make more extensive combos by destroying your own Yang Zing monster to special summon one from your deck using that Yang Zing monster's effect, and to special summon one from your graveyard. So that's really helpful. For your sevens, you got Black Rose, Clearwing, and one Yazi. Yazi's really good because you can make him like really indestructible. Because if you use Buy-in Bixie, he can't be destroyed by battle, traps, and he can't be targeted. And he has a Scrap Dragon effect, and if he's destroyed by battle card effect, you get the effect of special summoning from the deck, which is really good. For your six, you got Goyo and Vulcan. Five, you got Catastra Armades, and then finally for your fours, you got Balmug and Herald of Arclight. There's a Baxia Herald of Arclight, of the Arclight lockdown. It's really helpful. It's hard to pull off, but if you can, then it's pretty much a GG. So that's why you have him. Anyways, thank you YouTube for watching. I couldn't really explain much of the combos really, so forgive me on that. But if you have any comments or suggestions, please comment below. Please subscribe and share the video and like it. Thank you for watching so much, and have a nice day.